In our modern world, we are keenly aware of major health threats like heart disease and cancer. We see campaigns, we read the headlines, and we understand the risks. Yet there is a far more pervasive and insidious danger lurking in the shadows, one that many people have never even heard of. The World Health Organization has identified this condition as a leading cause of death globally, a silent killer that quietly underlies many of the diseases we fear most. It operates behind the scenes, a hidden epidemic that affects millions without their knowledge. This lack of awareness is its greatest strength, allowing it to progress unchecked until it is often too late. It is a true public health crisis that demands our immediate attention. The reason this condition remains so dangerously anonymous is because it is not a single, dramatic illness. Instead, it is a foundational problem, a systemic imbalance that paves the way for other catastrophic health events. It doesn't have a memorable name that captures public attention, nor does it present with immediate, alarming symptoms. It is a slow, creeping dysfunction within the body's core processes. Because it is often the root cause of conditions like heart attacks or diabetes, doctors and patients tend to focus on treating those end-stage diseases rather than addressing the underlying problem. This means that while we are fighting the fires, the arsonist is free to continue its destructive work elsewhere in the body, a fundamental misunderstanding of how to truly achieve lasting health. This silent killer is so effective because it masquerades as the normal wear and tear of modern life. We dismiss its early warnings as signs of stress, aging, or simply not getting enough sleep. The medical community itself has historically focused on treating specific diseases rather than looking for common underlying causes. Think of it like a faulty foundation in a house. You might spend all your time and money patching cracks in the walls or fixing a leaky roof, but until you address the unstable foundation, the problems will keep reappearing, often with greater severity. This is precisely what happens in our bodies when this hidden condition is ignored, leading to a cascade of health failures over time. The statistics are staggering. Some reports suggest this underlying condition is a contributing factor in 1 out of every 2 deaths worldwide. Despite this, it is estimated that less than 1% of the population is even aware of its existence or its name. This massive gap between the scale of the problem and public knowledge is what makes it so terrifying. It is a health threat of monumental proportions that has managed to fly almost completely under the radar. Bringing this silent enemy into the light is the first, most critical step toward protecting ourselves and our loved ones from its devastating consequences. Our health journey must begin with knowledge and awareness. The first line of defense against this silent killer is your own body's communication system. The symptoms are often subtle and can be easily brushed aside, but they are crucial clues. One of the most common indicators is persistent daytime fatigue. This isn't just feeling a little tired after a long day. It's a deep-seated lack of energy and motivation that doesn't improve even with adequate rest. You might find yourself constantly needing caffeine to get through the afternoon or feeling drained without any clear reason. This profound exhaustion is a sign that your body's cellular energy systems are struggling, a key feature of this underlying health issue that should never be ignored. Another group of important signals can be found in your digestive system and on your tongue. Do you experience frequent acidity or a burning sensation in your chest, often dismissed as simple heartburn? This could be a sign of deeper inflammation. Take a look at your tongue in the mirror. Are there visible cracks or a persistent coating? These are often reflections of your internal health and can indicate imbalances in your gut and nutrient absorption. These symptoms are your body's way of telling you that its internal environment is becoming hostile, a breeding ground for chronic disease that needs to be addressed before it escalates into something more serious. Your skin and your weight can also provide vital information about what is happening inside. If you are constantly battling skin problems like pimples, rashes, or eczema, it may not just be a dermatological issue. Often, these are external manifestations of internal inflammation and metabolic distress. Similarly, sudden and unexplained changes in your weight, whether it's rapid gain or loss without altering your diet or exercise routine, can be a major red flag. This indicates that your body's metabolism, the engine that controls how you use energy, is malfunctioning. These are not just cosmetic concerns, they are messages from your body that something is fundamentally wrong. Finally, one of the most surprising signs is looking older than your chronological age. This phenomenon, sometimes called accelerated aging, is a direct result of chronic cellular stress and damage. When your body is constantly fighting a low-grade internal battle, the wear and tear shows on the outside. Your skin may lose its elasticity, wrinkles may appear prematurely, and you might lack the vitality associated with your age group. This isn't just about vanity, it's a visible marker of your biological age being greater than your calendar age. Recognizing these collective signs is the first step toward unmasking the silent killer and taking back control of your health. The true danger of this hidden condition lies in what it leads to. It is the master puppeteer pulling the strings behind many of the world's most feared diseases. Think of it as the starting point of a devastating domino effect. When left untreated, the chronic inflammation and metabolic dysfunction it creates place an enormous strain on your cardiovascular system. This constant stress can damage the lining of your arteries, leading to the buildup of plaque. Over time, this process, known as atherosclerosis, narrows the arteries and sets the stage for a catastrophic heart attack or stroke. Many who suffer a heart attack were unaware of the silent process that had been weakening their hearts for years. This silent killer also creates an environment where cancer can thrive. A healthy immune system is your body's best defense against cancer, constantly identifying and destroying abnormal cells. However, the chronic inflammation associated with this hidden disease can weaken and distract the immune system. It creates a state of cellular chaos that can promote the growth and spread of cancer cells. It essentially provides the fertile soil in which the seeds of cancer can take root and flourish. This is why this underlying condition is increasingly being linked to a higher risk for various types of cancers, from colon to breast cancer, making its early detection even more critical for long-term survival. Furthermore, this condition is a primary driver of the twin epidemics of obesity and type 2 diabetes. It disrupts the body's ability to regulate blood sugar and process insulin effectively, a state known as insulin resistance. This forces the body to store excess sugar as fat, leading to weight gain, particularly around the abdomen. As insulin resistance worsens, the pancreas struggles to keep up, and blood sugar levels spiral out of control, resulting in a full-blown diabetes diagnosis. This metabolic breakdown is not a sudden event, but a slow decline, orchestrated by the silent killer working behind the scenes for years, or even decades, before a formal diagnosis is made. Perhaps most frighteningly, emerging research is now strongly linking this same underlying condition to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. The brain is an incredibly energy-intensive organ, and it is highly vulnerable to the effects of inflammation and metabolic dysfunction. Some scientists have even begun to refer to Alzheimer's as type 3 diabetes because of the profound connection between insulin resistance in the body and impaired brain function. The silent killer can disrupt the brain's ability to clear away toxic proteins, leading to the plaque buildup that is a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. This connection underscores the fact that protecting your brain's future begins with managing your body's health today. Given the grave consequences, it is clear that we cannot afford to remain passive. The most powerful tool we have in this fight is proactive awareness and early detection. Waiting for the symptoms of a heart attack or a cancer diagnosis means you are already at the end of a long, destructive process. The key is to intervene much earlier, to identify the silent killer before it has the chance to cause irreversible damage. This requires a shift in our mindset from reactive medicine, which treats disease after it appears, to proactive health, which aims to prevent it from ever taking hold. Your health is your greatest asset, and protecting it requires vigilance. The good news is that unmasking the silent killer is possible through modern medical science. Comprehensive lab tests can provide a clear picture of what is happening inside your body long before you feel seriously ill. These tests go beyond a simple cholesterol check. They can measure markers of inflammation, assess your insulin sensitivity, check your nutrient levels, and evaluate your overall metabolic health. Getting a full health checkup is like turning on the lights in a dark room. It reveals the hidden dangers so you can deal with them effectively. This information empowers you and your doctor to create a personalized plan to reverse the damage and restore your body to a state of balance. Do not wait for a health crisis to force you into action. I urge you to take your health into your own hands today. If you recognize any of the warning signs we have discussed, the fatigue, the digestive issues, the skin problems, the unexplained weight changes, do not dismiss them. These are not minor inconveniences. They are your body's early warning system. Listen to these signals and seek professional medical advice. A simple blood test could be the most important investment you ever make in your future well-being. Early diagnosis is the cornerstone of prevention, giving you the power to change your health destiny. Ultimately, safeguarding your health begins with the simple but profound decision to be aware and to act early. This silent killer thrives in darkness and ignorance, but it cannot withstand the power of knowledge and proactive care. By understanding the risks, recognizing the symptoms, and utilizing the diagnostic tools available to us, we can stop this epidemic in its tracks. You have the power to prevent the dominoes from falling. Take that first step today. Protect your health, protect your future, and inspire others to do the same. Your life may depend on it.